This is Corey.
And I'm Sharonda.
And this is Until Forever. This is a relationship podcast where we don't claim to be experts or gurus. We just want to have remarkable conversation with each other while you watch, which is weird, but I like it. What do you think?
Watch or listen.
Yep, okay, or listen. You know what? We used to say that together. I used to be like, this is Corey. You say, I'm Sharonda. And we used to both say, and this
That's
is
not
Until
true.
Forever.
And to any true fans out there, you would know the answer to that. He always says it. Yeah.
All right, so we have been in a series called what?
How we handle.
How we handle. We've been handling stuff. And we are going to talk about today how we handle
intimacy droughts.
Intimacy droughts.
Yes.
I don't even want to talk about this.
Why not?
Okay, intimacy droughts. How we handle intimacy droughts. So what is intimacy?
Into me, see.
That's not even make sense. Don't even make sense. You can't even spell into me. See, you don't even. What? Did you see that somewhere or something? Where did you get that from?
Everybody says that.
You gotta warn me before you say stuff like that. I didn't know nothing about no intimacy.
Yes, you've heard that before.
Never heard. That must be one of them rom-coms you be watching or something. Where'd you get it from?
It's like a thing. Everybody says it. What is intimacy? Into me, see.
If you've heard that before, say you've heard it before.
Thank you.
I've never heard it.
Thank you, everyone.
Never
Thank
heard
you.
What do you mean?
I'm winning today.
Nobody
2 for
said
2.
anything. Nobody said anything.
Oh, I already know. I already know someone's going to comment and say Sharonda's right. I've heard that before. And I already know people who watch us all the time or listen all the time are going to know I was right again because you always say the little spiel after we say our names. So I'm 2 for 2.
We'll see.
Intimacy is in a relationship is a feeling of being close and emotionally connected and supported. It means being able to share a whole range of thoughts, feelings, and experiences that we have as human beings.
So you think
BetterHealth.vic.gov.
that's where that came from?
Yes.
I ain't hear nothing about sex.
Intimacy is not sex.
Sometimes.
Okay.
It's not?
It's part of it.
Okay.
Okay.
So we have droughts of those, huh?
Intimacy droughts.
Lord.
How do we handle?
Lord Jesus. Today.
Are you going to talk about it, yes or no?
Yeah, we'll do. Okay. All right. So how do we handle it? How do we handle intimacy droughts? So first of all, what causes them? What causes intimacy droughts?
Not taking time with one another.
Mm-hmm.
Getting caught up in schedules, busy things.
Wait. First of all, fellas, when you heard intimacy droughts, you thought about sex, didn't you? Tell the truth. Continue.
What causes intimacy droughts? I would say exactly what I said. Like just getting caught up in your schedules. If you have kids, sometimes you're just so focused on the kids, you're not thinking about making sure that you have this connection secure. That's pretty much
I
it.
would agree, and it's inevitable. I don't care how deep y'all are. I don't care how long you've been together. I don't care how big your flame is within your relationships. You're gonna go through droughts. It's a part of life. It's a part of how you move because the way life is set up, everybody got to do something. You got to make money, so you got to go to work. You have family, or regardless of whether it's a huge family or a small one, there's always other responsibilities that are placed on you and things that you have to draw your attention to, and that don't include the person that okay, I have to be careful there because you have to be. It should include you, but it may not pull from you. That was good, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Okay, watch this. Let's say I'm working and I'm working hard, right?
Okay.
I've got a job that pulls a lot of my attention away from you, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's pulling on me because the stress is on me,
Mm-hmm.
but I should include you in that because you are my wife, right? So not that doesn't mean that you're doing the job with me,
Uh-huh.
but it means that you understand that I have a responsibility that is on me that is pulling me in a certain direction, right? So it pulls from me, not from you, but you
What are you
understand the
selling to
pull.
me exactly? Because you're talking so fast like a salesman.
Anyway,
Ah.
I think that is something that so how do you do ooh, this is good. I like this already. So how do you deal with so how so let's start there. So we know the things that cause
How do you recognize an intimacy drought?
boom. How do you recognize that there is a drought within the sex and intimacy in your in your relationship? And let me be clear, intimacy is not just sex is a part of intimacy, but if you aren't doing intimate stuff before the sex, then y'all just having recreational activities.
I would agree.
Okay, just making sure. So, okay, don't be doing on the camera. I'm telling you, because I'm telling you, because I'm trying to tell you. So okay, what was the question?
How do you recognize an intimacy
How do you
drought?
recognize intimacy drought? What do you think sticks out? What sticks out to you? How do you know when we are having a drought with intimacy?
I saw this video the other day, and it was that chick Angel on Instagram and Facebook. And she was like when she returns home from being out of town working, and like her husband was like walking behind her in the kitchen, and he just walked right behind her and grabbed something, and she was like, "Hold on, wait, now do that over again," and then he had to go back, like he was coming in the kitchen and like just simply like put his hands on her waist, like as he like some type of recognizable touch, like because she missed him and she wanted to know she was missed by him, and I thought that was cute. So yeah, so like if you don't do like the little things like hugs, holding, especially if physical touch is part of your love language, talking, how was your day, what's bothering you, dreaming together, maybe sharing a favorite show or something like that, talking about a book you're reading, something. It's got to be something you can talk about that lets the person know, or do together that lets the person know like you just want to spend time with them.
So okay, so for me,
But if none of those things are happening, it's a drought to me.
okay, and I'm glad you said to you that because I think we talk about love languages. I think that plays a big role when it comes to intimacy because I mean it kind of your love language is like the pathway or the doorway to get to the intimacy stuff. So for me, I can when there is a drought of intimacy between us, I am irritable. So what is that one? Intimacy is into me. See, irritable is
Nothing. Nothing.
so I get irritable. I do. I like to. I'm on edge. I'm easily frustrated. And there are times when it is noticeable.
Mm-hmm.
What's noticeable? Intimacy.
Nothing. Stop. You can't get
I'm just
it.
saying you got
You're
the
not
things.
gonna make it work.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Mm.
But it is. It's noticeable. You can tell when I'm irritable. You can tell when I got a lot going on. I'm stressed. I'll just sit in the recliner and stare at the screen. Won't say nothing. I put my headphones on. Like I'm just straightforward and focused. And those are, I think, for me, those are times when I can tell that there is a drought in intimacy.
And how is that a sign to you?
Because I feel I don't feel I don't feel noticed.
Hmm.
Does that make sense?
Not with what you described and then say you don't feel noticed. So you
Because
feel ignored by me.
I feel ignored. So for a defense mechanism, I just try not to focus over there where you at.
Oh, excuse me.
I just stay here. I just stay here. And a lot of times those droughts happen in times of high stress in our household. So when there's a lot happening and there's a lot going on, you've got a ton of stuff that you have to do. With C3K in the business, and with work, and then with the connections you've made through the internship and the remnants that are left, the stuff that you do with the calls and
my writing groups,
your
my
writing
professional
groups.
groups.
Yes.
Okay.
So with all of that stuff, when too much of that is going on, and I'm like craving intimacy. Intimacy.
It sounds like intimacy is a little bit more targeted for
Oh,
you.
we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. And I'm craving intimacy or attention. It's not just sex or attention. But I know that you are otherwise engaged, and I don't want to get in the way of that. I do tend to get to a place where I'm like, all right, let's just stay here. And I think you notice it too, because I don't be touching you a lot. I just let you do your thing. And in a way, because it used to be, well, I'm telling myself today, it used to be different. I used to like complain or mess with you a lot when I know you got stuff going on. And I'll make little comments like, oh, you doing that again? All right, I guess I'll just... It's like you don't notice me. Like I'll have moments. I'll have moments. I'm grown. I can say it. I'll have moments. I require a lot of attention. That's probably the worst thing that you have to deal with me, because I'm a great guy. Other than that, what do you think?
You telling yourself you're a great guy?
No.
You are a great guy.
Oh my gosh, thank you. Oh my goodness. But I think that's how I am. And I don't think you deal with that. So that's weird to me. Maybe.
You don't think I deal with you need attention?
No, I don't think you need attention.
Oh, yeah. I could do without it.
That's what I'm saying. And for me, that's weird. Because I'll come in the house and...
We're probably total opposites of a typical guy and girl.
Yep. I'll be hugging on her and stuff, and she just be like, ew.
I'm trying to do this.
Ew, yeah.
That's not what I don't say you. If I'm trying to do something and I can't cuddle right now, like I need to focus on what I'm doing.
I don't necessarily want to cuddle.
Oh, excuse me.
Well, I mean, sometimes. But to me, cuddling supposed to lead to something. Fellas, where you at? Where you at, fellas? Cuddling ain't just to be holding each other. It's levels to the cuddling. Is the entryway. It's the doorway to glory.
It's the doorway to glory.
You feeling yourself? So it's glory. That's what it is. It's glory. Tell the truth.
That's not what we're talking about today.
You're right. I'm sorry, but it is. It is. And we have to make that distinction. Okay, how I am. I'm not sexist. But I'm a realist, and I know that intimacy for fellas is a little bit different than intimacy for women. It's all important.
I don't think it has anything to do with a typical man or woman. I think it depends on the person.
It's all important. But there are men, when it comes to intimacy, we immediately think about sex. Sex to us is what cuddling is for y'all.
I
said it.
Okay, help me out, listeners, watchers, viewers. I mean, like, do you think it's a man-woman thing, or do you think it's a person thing? Because I feel like it depends on the person.
I'm not saying you don't like. I'm not saying women do not like sex. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'm saying that for us, touching and humping is the same.
Let's keep it clean.
I'm sorry. Put your children away. I'm saying. I'm saying for us, sexual stuff for us is it's the same. It's for you all, the same level. For you guys, is more. Let's lay in the bed and just hold each other.
That's not intimacy.
Laying in the bed holding each other?
That's not all intimacy is.
No, it's not. Absolutely
Okay.
not.
So when I say intimacy droughts, how we handle them,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just talking about bed stuff.
Excuse me. I'm playing. I'm playing. No, I know. You're right. No, it's not. But I'm telling you right now.
Okay.
For fellas, for us, for men, for me, I'll make it personal. For me,
Okay.
that is just the beginning of something more grand.
Okay, that's how you recognize it. How do you address it?
How do I address it? I address it.
And how?
I address it by talking to you. By talking to
We
you.
should have never did this time.
No, this is a great topic. I I address it by talking to you about it. Because no, I'm gonna be serious. I'm playing y'all. I'm gonna be serious. So a little bit. So I address it. I address it with you. We do talk about it. We have had moments where we sit down. I say, listen, I don't feel close. I don't feel as close to you as I normally do. Like, what's going on? And we'll talk and we'll hash that out. We'll talk about how life has been crazy right now. We'll talk about being more intentional on spending time together. I can't remember the last time we had a regular date night. That's how crazy life has been. It used to be every what? Because I don't even remember what it was. How often did we?
Before COVID, we tried at least twice a month to do something.
Was it every other
And
Friday?
This is 3 years later.
Every other Friday we would try.
Yeah, I think within the last year, I've become most comfortable with, like the kids going to my mother-in-law's, Corey's mom, and she'll take the kids for the night, and then we kind of just like do something and then come back home. But the more movies that come out that I'm interested in seeing, we may do a movie night, or we've done a dinner party like at a friend's house.
So, like the last time we had a date night was Creed 3.
Yes.
But before that,
It had been a while.
long time.
But we also, like, even though we have a nice house and we love our house, like sometimes we just need to go somewhere and get away, and not even be at home with constant reminders of all these things we want to do and need to do. So, we try to like do like even just a overnight or a weekend getaway or something somewhere. I think at one point we were saying we wanted to do that at least every 3 months. Were we saying that?
A getaway?
Yeah.
That was once a month, I thought.
No, it was not.
Overnight? We
Yeah, so
said
overnight somewhere
once a
every
month.
3 months.
Oh, okay.
We definitely did not say every month.
I thought we did.
No.
Well, okay, so and I guess that's where when it comes to that, it's interesting that you say we have to sometimes get out of the house. I think that when it comes to intimacy, there's levels to it. So yes, it's important that we are communicative. I like how I was wanting to say it. Communicative. That's right? You can look it up. Okay, this one I'm gonna win. Communicative. Boom! What's the definition? Say it loud.
Ready to talk or impart information.
Impart. Come on with the impart.
Communicative.
What? Why you do that?
Communicative.
No, that's not the right one. Communicative.
Communicative.
Okay.
How did I use it in a sentence?
I don't even remember. Let's rewind and find out.
So I think it's important that we are communicative. How do you say it? That word. So it's important that I think, like I said, there are levels to intimacy. Let me get serious. There's levels to intimacy.
Please.
So if we're communicating with each other about how we feel about stuff and things that are going on, which we do, we talk about how work is affecting us. We talk about things that we're concerned about with our children and our family and our parents, our grandparents, just everything that is happening in our lives. We are very vocal about how we feel about stuff. That's how we get through, and I think that draws us closer to draw closer to each other, and that is also a level of intimacy that we share. Here's why it's important to get away, because you have to get to where every conversation isn't centered around the goings on of your day to day. And I think that is one element that we're missing. We can't go nowhere around here because everything reminds us of something that's going on, or something that we have in our mind, or something that Sharonda's doing with the business, or something that I'm trying to get done, or school board stuff, or
work
stuff. It's
church
always
stuff,
something. Oh God, it's always something.
kid stuff.
So I think it's important to have those getaways where you even set boundaries. We're not talking about home today.
We're not looking at our phones tonight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how do we handle intimacy droughts? I think that's one way that we need to start handling them. And that's something that we're going to challenge ourselves to do. And we'll challenge you too, listeners, watchers, viewers. What you call them, viewers?
Viewers.
Watching, that does sound like they're invasive, don't it? It sounds like y'all, what y'all watching me for?
Oh, God.
Okay. So I'll challenge you all to do that. And I want you all to hold us accountable to that.
Are you challenging them to communicate or to get away?
Both.
Huh.
Both. Because, like I said, the communication part, we got that down. G, ain't nobody closer to me than my wife. Like, we're best friends. We're best friends before we got married. We've been best friends since then. Ain't nobody coming in between this. When something happened to me, I want to tell her. When something happened to her, she better want to tell me.
I do want to tell you.
I told y'all call the police next time she reach out like that to me. Y'all call them.
So I'm really gonna tickle you this time, dear.
Mm-hmm. But that for real, like that's we're very close when it comes to that stuff. We have no issues there. I think the problem is when it comes to intimacy, is that the deeper parts of our psyche, part, you know what I'm talking about. The deeper parts of our being, the parts of us that exist outside of life, are the parts that need to be connected. And the only way you can connect those parts is if you remove yourself from all of the stuff and really begin to connect on that level.
And how do you connect?
Y'all see, she did that on purpose. She looked me straight in my eye, and she said, as she fluttered her eyes, rewind the tape. She went, "How do we connect?" Did y'all see her?
I did not do
That's exactly what you did. How do we connect?
Oh, gosh.
And she better not go out. Y'all see them Love and Hip Hop eyelashes that look like, what they call them, butterfly clusters or something? It looked like a mess. And they just be... She better not get on them and be flooding her
I'm going to have you
eyes.
on the next episode, guy.
You're going to be here by yourself. Talking about intimacy with your eyelashes. But I challenge you, those of you who are in relationships and you're struggling with intimacy, not sex, but with intimacy, and you feel like, we need to get deeper, we need to connect on a deeper level. I encourage you to separate from your day-to-day and find a space where you can be somewhere where nothing is going to bring up work. Put your phone up, like you said. And that's because we got that bad. Because there's always something going on. It's always something going on. No, it ain't just me.
If I have my phone, I'm working. If you have your phone, you're scrolling.
Oh, no. It's all work, baby.
Oh, okay.
It's all work. But you'll snatch that laptop out in a second. We'll be talking and you'll... Hey, what are you doing? And then when I ask her what she's doing, she act like I was supposed to already know. You know I got to do. You know I got to do. Why would you ask me that? You know I got to do this. When else I'm going to get it done? And I'll be sitting there like this. I'll be trying to block it. I'll tell you.
Okay, so how we handle droughts. First, what do you do when you have an intimacy drought? Mm-hmm. You look for signs where you can recognize it. Mm-hmm. You communicate to address it. Mm-hmm. And then you take action to do something about it.
I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
I think personally for Corey and I, like, we've grown over the years on recognizing and doing something about it, like the rhythm doesn't, it's not as many gaps to me. Do you feel that way? Or no? You feel differently?
I think no. I think I agree.
I think we've grown to like recognize it quicker and prioritize making times quicker.
Yeah, and not just recognizing it, but knowing how to address it.
Yeah.
Knowing what to do.
Like not arguing about it, but just being like, hey, like the little meme with the thing and it's reaching out for a hug.
Yeah, to take action and to know what your partner wants, to know what it is that they need. Show up and just be naked sometime.
Not necessarily.
No?
Not necessarily.
Okay. It depends on where you at.
Oh, brother.
If y'all at Walmart, don't do that. You probably shouldn't do that. If there's children awake, don't do that. Don't do I have a flashback. Don't do that. But
not for us.
But definitely. What?
We've not scarred anybody, thankfully.
No, we haven't. We came very close.
Oh gosh. That's
an episode for another time. But work on your intimacy, for real. Work on your intimacy. Learn the signs. The signs are different for every relationship because every relationship is different. Everybody communicates different. Everybody moves different. I know couples that don't never talk. Matter of fact, and for some reason it works for them. I know couples, you call one and be like, hey, I'll see you at 10 o'clock at such and such. And they'll be like, all right. And then you call the other one and be like, what's happening? I don't know what's going on. Like, they never, ever talk. But for some reason, it works for them. That ain't, I don't like that.
That's not us, though.
It's not us.
But every couple's different.
Every couple's different. And whatever works for you, works for you. But
I just want to point out, go ahead.
No.
I just want to point out that the main thing in everything we've discussed for the how you handle, the most important thing to do is to communicate.
Yes. That's what I was going to say. That's what I was going to say. I was going to say the main thing is that you are working at it, that you're working towards something, and that you are realizing that the level of intimacy in your relationship is extremely important. It's what?
Important.
It's the fire. It's the kindle. It's the thing it's the flame that's going. Intimacy is what feeds that. I don't like that. It's what flames. You see what my fingers is doing?
They're glowing.
Yeah, it's like so this you. And this is me over here. Mm-hmm. And this is intimacy.
No.
Oh, sorry. This is intimacy.
All right, guys. We'd love to hear back from you about
Let's do it at the same
how
time.
you handle your intimacy droughts.
Let's do it at the same time.
Or if you even notice that when you have them, or maybe this is sparking a little thought pattern inside of you right now. Mm-hmm. And you're going to watch this episode or send this to your significant other. And maybe you all can discuss how you all would work to handle intimacy droughts.
Now let's say it at the same time. Into me.
Thanks for watching this episode. Make sure to subscribe if you aren't already. And share this with a friend or your significant other. And we'll see you next week.
Into me. See.
Help me.
Help you. You better do the thing. Come on.
No.
How else they gonna know?
I've ended the episode and everything.
Sharonda, we have to be on the same page. The Bible says we have to be into me, and then let's make a C for Kothai. Because it's our last day.
No, you guys saw he hit me, right? And he was saying that I was the abuser.
I'm going to edit that out. And because I didn't. She was not stricken. It was a love tap. And if we're not, I mean, I'm concerned about our level of intimacy at this point. You gonna do it?
Do what?
Do the thing.
Okay, you ready?
Yep. I quit.